Take 4. Okay, so, my hand should come in. I'm not dealing with the hooks, back control, step up grip. So a lot of the time that we're here, like if I'm trying to get the choke and Angie's hand fighting, I'm going to kind of like constantly fighting, so I'm going to swim to keep my partner, you know, like, so I can get ahead of the game to choke my partner. It's really rare that I'm just going to keep playing one side. The difference will be if I tip them to the side, then I can play one side because it's harder for them to move. So we'll start with this one here, is the seatbelt grip. One of the things that happens is we're always going to protect the choke hand. So I always protect the choke hand this way. It does 2 things. Number 1, it allows me to pull the choke hand deeper. Number 2, if there is hand fighting, I get to swat and choke. So if it's this way here, I swat and I've blocked out my own choke hand. So I generally want to kind of go, I want to grab my wrist, I want to pull my wrist down and making sure that my elbow comes over the top nice and deep. My chin goes in, so I want to take the space away. Anytime that there's hand fighting, I'm just going to go kung fu, push it down and grip. I can then come back up and double it if I want to. I find it's much better to keep this hand here so that they're only hand fighting with one hand. I do like to go into the wrist. I don't want to be here. I want to be more on that. So I'm not doing a chicken wing, so it's harder for them to move. And the more that they're moving, the more that actually puts the choke on as well. So we'll start, this is just a little bit of playtime. Okay, so number 1 is I put my grip in, it comes over the top. Once I'm here, thank you Mel, thank you. Once I'm here, I see people pull in, but the lasso is quite large, so and just got the ability to left, right hand fight. So I want to take my lasso smaller, so I'm pulling it in, and the more that I pull it underneath the armpit, the harder it is for them to hand fight, and get my grip. Put my chin onto my hand. Right. And this is a part that's it, because I'm not putting my partner onto me, I'm just slowly twisting my partner to the side. I don't want to pull here because that makes the lasso and the bite better. So once I'm here, it's just I hold this here, I'm pushing this hand this way, and I'm turning that way, so it's really hard for them to defend the choke, and I'm also putting them on the side that benefits me as far as the control goes. Are you okay with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, Evan, 1, 2. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Eli, just the finishing on the choke. It's not right or wrong. That's good. I'm not dealing with the hook, so I will bring the hooks into play soon, but not now. So what I'm saying is, if my elbow is on or behind the shoulder, I get what we call a shallow choke, because I don't enclose the carotid or the muscle group onto the left hand side. So what I'm doing is when I'm here is I'm not pulling down, I'm kind of pulling forward so it's over. So when I hand fight, it's actually wrapped it nice and deep. What I'm doing now is instead of trying to lean backwards to choke, I want to crunch in. So I'm trying to bring forward and crunch the neck. So what I'm doing is if there's space here, as I crunch, it doesn't do anything, but if I do a small hip escape and crunch, the choke comes on twice as fast. So it's more, I want to keep the contact on the shoulder line. I'm not too worried about the hip line just yet, but we'll cover that with the hooks. So yeah, it's like I'm throwing my hand over, I grip it, pull it in, chin. Hand fight, if I get both, that's bonus, grip. Small hip escape and twist to the side, and you're going to find that that's a far better finishing mechanic than just trying to squeeze your partner. Anytime that I can get that little hip escape backwards, it's better for me to finish the choke. So one of the issues that I have, I've got lots of issues. So one of the issues that happens with traditional back control is that I do the technique, I hand fight and I'm here, but I can't hip escape backwards because my feet are in, right? And this serves no purpose. Once I've got my 4 points, this serves no more purpose to me. So you're better off taking the hook out and moving instead of having the hook in. So this is really good because, like, you know, it's kind of like I've got control of my partner. That's really good. But if we think about it at like another way from here, if I get Eli into my guard, right, so the guard, which is it's pretty much like the back control, right? If I want to do an arm bar or a triangle, I have to move my hips. And the only way I can do it to get there is to put my foot on the ground to be able to move my hips. So it's exactly the same concept on the back control and the arm bar. Like if I went arm bar, but I'm not allowed to move my hips, I'm doing this, that, you know, that. And And then even the arm bars is really bad. Hey, I did it, the arm bar. So if I recycle to Eli's back, so punch over the top, recycle, hand fight, it's exactly the same thing, and twist and shout. So you're going to get a far better submission by disengaging your hook to finish the choke on that. Let's have a shot. 1, 2, 3. Smart. Smart. Thank you. Wow. JP, on my back.
You want to be in it. I'm on the other side of it as well.
Wow. Okay, look, this is something that when I first started teaching this, it made a lot of sense to me. And a lot of stuff makes a lot of sense to me, but when I verbalised, it's like, it wasn't that good, you know? So if I think that's right, there's more space on the side that's over my shoulder compared to this space because I've got control. So one of the things I want to do is I want to be able to extend this area here to benefit me without compromising the choke, without anything. So with the gi, I can grab the collar and all that. Without the gi, I have a little bit of it's a little bit tighter to do. So first thing I want to do is I want to cross grip from here. So I'm going to put my hand on the inside. I don't like to put my thumb there because I can break my thumb. Just put my hand in here. Now, as JP hand fights to get the kung fu, the hand fight's really awkward to do and puts me in a position where I'm now starting to escape. So the thing about this is, all I'm doing is, if I hand fight in front, JP can kung fu and grip. Yeah, right. Okay. So if I hand fight here, yeah, got it. Right. So it's really interesting. But what I'm doing is that the little invisible jiu-jitsu is this. When I'm here, is watch carefully. I turn and I turn. So already his weight's going backwards. And I can control the leg if I have to. This is an add-on if I like to run fries with that. What I'm doing now is I have the inside position, not the outside position, because I want to push the leg to the ground. Keep looking to the ceiling, put my back on the ground, here. I'm pretty happy here. You know, like I'm in a far better position. The one I like is I like to hook and just control. Yeah, so I will, and notice like, I'm not hooking that side because they've got a hook to kick me over. That's bad for me. So I'm hooking on the inside. So they're going to go, wow, I just carried over, and it almost puts them into quarter or the half guard. So this to me was a really important way of dealing with it. So once again is they go seatbelt grip. First thing is just on the inside. Don't use your thumb because sometimes you're going to get your thumb dislocated. So I'm here and here. So all I'm doing is I'm going like this is I straighten my legs so it denies the hook. Or it's harder for him to kick the hook. Turn inside please. So my elbow is on the inside and on the outside. Hold the leg. Here. Okay, you can straighten now. And it gives me this really nice game hand. Look, it's a scramble, but I'm not in the back anymore. I'm not in the choke. I'm scrambling out of it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. How'd that feel?
Yeah, good. I got it.
Thank you, sir.
The pit stop to safety.
Yes, that's right. Just so you can see. Right. Hammers on my back. And the philosophy before was clear the choke. So a lot of time was turn into the choke to clear the choke, which makes it harder. What I'm finding now is that my partner has an underhook. So even if I put my back on the ground, they've got the ability to recycle and to control and all that, you know, arm bar, etc. So what I was kind of doing and what I'm trying to teach is the space is, so there's more space on that side because I can lift and create space to put my hip. The downfall about it is I need to eat the choke.
Sorry guys.
So now there's more space on this side.
When you said you were about to lift, I'm like, oh, I need to change arms.
So anytime that I'm here and I'm here, I'm closing the space off for me to be able to move because I've put my own elbow in the zone. So I want to go here. Right? So, and I don't like to put my thumb in there, just like you can, if up to you guys. I like to go like this. And just think about it this way, this is the issue. So elbow on the inside, clear the hook. And what I'm doing is I'm turning. Now my partner will try and tip me back because that's a correct way to go. But because of my wedge in the way, it's more difficult. The part that I have issues, the part that I have issues with is this: is how do I get my back on the ground without getting away? So if I have the inside position, I bring my foot in, I can now. But Emma can't recycle the hook because my elbow's in the inside position. Where I'm on the outside, she can hard side of the hook. So it's really important.
Yeah.
So that when I'm using, I'm on straight my leg, the elbow on the inside. And we're doing like micro turns, so open, twist, open, twist, open, twist. Like I said, I like to catch that way. I don't like to catch that way because this is an switch over. So I catch this way. The downfall is that I can't get my moments. I'm just stopping. So the downfall will be that I'm still pretty much in the head arm choke position, like that from here. And if I try and drive this down, sometimes my partner is stronger than me, so like I'm getting caught. So what I want to do is I want to start to expand and roll. And that's going to make my grip stronger than my partner's, because it's now my whole body, hand fight. So when we're here, so if I've got a really strong grip and I try and pull this down, they're stronger than me here. But if I change and create space, I've got some ability to be able to move and change the game. But I can't let them upgrade, so I've got to keep the hook on. So I see people when they hip escape, they lose that knee line and they come up to mount and they have the head arm choke. So it's really important that from this position here. Yeah, okay, yeah, so, okay. So it's really important in this position here that it's that, it's not that. Because, yeah, so once my knee's down, no, I don't have a bad knee. Anyone that's watching that's competing against me, I have no bad knee.
I've got bad shoulders.
Yeah, we're fine. What are you talking about?
I can still hold the other way too.
Yeah, didn't break my toe kicking the coffee table this morning. That's why I'm not rolling today. No, so for me it's just, no, right, so create space. And watch what I do to Emma's leg is I drag it so that creates space. And Emma's going to be like, I'll tighten that up. I've always got that connection with the mortars. Super tight for me. Right. Just add that couple of lines. I'm going to go to the next stage. 1, 2, 3. There's that. Yeah. Like I said, it's different. Life's hard, man.
It is.
Okay. We did the entrance to the back from Turtle. So the guard pass, they go to Turtle. We'll take the back from there. We're going to have a look at the second back deck entrance from the guard. This is from the person bottom guard. We're doing an arm drag, and we're going to set it up off the guard pass to get the arm drag. Eli, inside my guard pass. Very basic fundamentals. Okay, so close guard. I normally use one hand to try and push my knee down to open up the guard. So here, go to the inside. Right. The part that I see people misunderstand is that I can't physically drag down because there's weight onto my hip. So what I'm doing is I put my head on the ground, lift, and I push an arm under to get the back. Hand under, without the armpit, there's the standard choke. Hand under the armpit, right? One hip scope 2, we're going to our standard seatbelt grip. The beautiful thing about it is that I'm on the wrong side to complete the choke, theoretically, but I'm on a really good side to control my partner. So what I like to do from here is I like to go to my Das Anaconda style and just finish the choke, the Das Anaconda style. Because you're kind of side belly down, it's really hard to do it. Most people are going to try and drive back into, which exposes the neck to complete the choke. So what I'm doing is I wait till there's an arm forward and arm backwards. What I find is I find this really hard to lift my hips while my head's up off the ground. Just like I find this, and I see a lot of people that are trying to drag. So I like to put my head on the ground. Lift, now it's recycle. So I'm not dragging the elbow, I'm like lifting it.
It's like a kid with a new toy.
So, lift the elbow to take the wrist off me. don't try and push the wrist, don't try and lift the wrist because there's weight on it. So realign it. Turn, drag the elbow, knees come forward. If I get this, this is jab. This is where I want to be. Okay, kick the hip, small hip escape, straight in. Even if they duck their chin, fine. This is called a crank, but I'm going to add choke at the end of it. So choke, crank, or crank, choke, it's still going to make them tap, right? So that's one of the things. It's like it's kind of like that little bit of ownership. If you choose to duck your chin and go there, then that's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, and it is a common reaction, but I already know that my wrist is on one side of the quad. If I close it up, I'm still going to eventually put you to sleep, but I'm going to cause a lot of pain doing it. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so here, from here, 1, 2. So lift, so head on the ground, lift, recycle the wrist. This is the biggest thing. So crossed over, drag, under, hip escape 1, hip escape 2. Cup it, and just compress and slow squeeze like a boa constrictor.
What are your refs going to call an SGT for doing that?
My refs, and victory! If you're a kid under 12, you'll get yeah.
No kids going.
Yeah, so look,
As
I'll
long as we're not sort of tilting their head up on their shoulders.
no, but we can play. If I'm man, I don't want to hurt your neck, but I want to choke you. Why?
Still competition.
Yeah. And if they drive back into me, just think about it, like, okay, hip escape, just hip escape faster than they can, and I'm going to get the back. I can do it, but do I have to?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first victory that comes, however.
So if I was a kid, 2 more hip escapes to take the back. I'm a big kid. If I'm an adult, you drop your chin, tough luck. That's your choice, not mine. Okay, arm drag from the back, 1, 2, 3. Go.
Searching for you.
If you're having trouble completing the Darce Anaconda or the head arm choke from the back control, sometimes it's the size of their body, sometimes it's the size of their arms, and there is kind of like an area that you won't get it, like you can't get the squeeze, you can't get the hand deep enough to get it. I got shown a couple things. So number one is I got told not to do that. I got told to form a fist and lock into the fist. But the issue is sometimes that you can't even get the hand, that you can't get the fist in. So when you're here, because it's just when you're here, it's just which is a weak grip. But if you can get the fist over, now it can't come through. The downside is you need to have the length to be able to get the fist through. We're talking about jiu-jitsu, right? Okay, so it's bad. So I'm just going to very quickly. Okay, so slap the arm, drag here, hip escape underneath, boom, hip escape, and like I'm trying to, but I cannot get that fist into the mechanic. So what I find a lot of people is when they start to lift the arm up, they go here, which means that I'm now along the jawline, I'm not on the neckline. So even if I lock this in, so it's on the jawline. So a couple of small things that I do like to play from here is I do like this grip, the S grip. And what I find the S grip is the thing about this is I'm going to pull my hands towards my face, but I'm going to take my top elbow down to her back. I'll pull her hands back, I'll pull the top elbow. So now I've got a really deep. So what I do from these is I'm still driving through the shoulder and the neckline, and this is quite hard to do. So when I go here is I cinch it up, but I drop it down, so I'm nice and tight, and I can get my fist. And you're going to find that that's like a huge faster. If you're getting to a position where, like, I can't get it too strong, like I don't have anything, I don't want to lose the position. So what I find for myself is I just like to cut my palm to palm, escape 1, escape 2, just take it back. And now we're back in the game, you know what I mean? Like at least now, on the wrong side, I'm in the game to start to be able to start the choke. I like to kind of go push, they go, no way, I want to be here, and I slide my hand under, and I get the choke. And pull it here. Okay, so anytime that I'm here, and they're resisting, hand goes down, slide the other hand through. So, and that would, I'll play that game a little bit, let's switch it from there. But if you can't get the Darce Anaconda, start homocentric, and drag them to the back. Once you're in the back, then play the game to be able to get to the back choke. Just try that last one, just so. So this one's pretty basic, and the way that I started to play this is, and it's an advanced concept, but I think that once you get the mechanics and the concept behind it, it's a really easy game to play. JP, can I go with you, please? Yes. Okay. So we're going to start inside my guard again. And look, it's pretty basic. So I hit the arm, boom, drag it. I choose to hit the arm bar, so unfortunately hit the arm bar from here, kick my partner over, and my partner goes and they get the grips. And I'm doing this fight to get the grip, and it's quite a hard fight. So what I'm doing is I make sure that number one is I make sure that my arm is on that side. I'm not cycling this side. So that might mean cycling through from here. And I'm going to do 2 motions at once. Right? I'm going to take my 3 motions at once. I'm going to take my leg off the head on a post. I'm going to fall backwards. So and he's kind of and he defend. Yeah. So probably if he does that, I'm going to take the arm bar. So he's got to keep the arm here. So I'm going to go. So I'm going to take my leg off the head, drag the hip. I'm going to start to cycle to the back. So what's the game? I'm in a really good choke. Because he's got his hands together to defend the arm bar, the choke's quite easy to do. So I find that this is, I've seen that, how do you break the grips on the arm bar, how do you break the grips on the arm bar? I found this for me was a much easier concept. Secondly is because if I do fail the choke, I'm on your back. I get more points and I'm in another tap position. Where if I break the grips and sit backwards and you come up, you're in a better position than me. Of course you can. Eli? So it's just a really basic concept, full guard, and from here we take the arm bar, it doesn't matter which arm, so arm bar, grip, foot on the hip, kick it, yes you can, swing. So Eli claps the hands together, so I'm in the arm bar position, and I'm here, I'm spinning around, spinning right round. Okay, so one of the mechanics is this, I want to make sure that the hand that's closest to the legs is under, number 1. Number 2, it says, I'm going to bite to make sure that they get a really strong grip. I need them to hold on. I do like to hold my leg. I take my leg off the head, I'm here. What I'm doing is I'm dragging my elbow into the valley over here. I'm not pulling them onto me. So I drag my elbow into the valley, I sit up, I'm going to hatch, and I should be pretty much on the back control position. The beautiful thing once started is that I already have the hand control, and I'm here. So I'm in a far better position. If my partner starts to defend the choke, whatever, we hand fight, and we can go back into the position again. So guard armbar, the person that's getting armbar, hands together, sit them up, take their back, and should be able to take the back and the back choke from there as well. 1, 2, 3. Armbar. Here. If I try and pull my partner this way, there's no way he's going to come up with me. I don't have a driving force. Like there's no, I'll go here and here. This is a driving force.
Yeah, he was
Put my weight.
putting a fair bit of resistance on me.
So, if I'm here and it goes, I know you're going to tap my back, and you can stop it. So he goes, and I'm here, I'm here.
Okay. So making a connection to them and taking yourself back. As opposed
So what
to
I see is this: if I don't hold here, if I'm here, there's no way I can lift you. There's no contact point. If I'm here, I can lift you. The issue is I've got to take my leg off and still make the contact point. What people they take their leg off and then they, and I can't do that. So I go, leg goes off, contact point. Okay, sit up. Now if he's really strong, here is I double my grip up. Sit and within reason, I reckon I could do 100 kilos with that. Oh no, I could do 100. Yeah.
That was what my thought was, that it'd be better to sort of commit to doing that as opposed to
Man, if I'm with anyone like 80 kilo and 85 kilo, and I'm in the armbar battle, I'm not going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to blow so much energy out getting it
so
that.
now you've got a back take straight off.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
the last thing someone expects is I'm going to guard armbar, I'll mount armbar, and you've got to attack my back and choke me while I'm defending armbar. Unless you're from our gym, like it's unheard of. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. You've got 2 minutes.
Ain't no way you can put it on as much as this.